But just how good is Susan's working memory? This is Thompson Street in New York, home of the city's sidewalk chess cafes. And we're about to give Susan a memory test. Can she memorize all the pieces and pawns on this diagram? That's 28 items of information. To make things even trickier, the diagram has been pasted to the side of a cafe's speeding van. Susan only has time for a single 3-second glance. But watch this. Susan's working memory is working overtime. She's made an exact copy. She doesn't remember all the pieces individually. Instead, she breaks everything down into chunks. The menacing formation of whites, queen and bishops is one chunk. The heavily protected black king is another. Susan only has to remember 5 chunks, easily manageable in normal working memory. But without chunking, her memory is no better than anyone else's. And here's the proof. In the chess diagram on the other side of the van, the pieces have been placed at random by a non-chess player. So this time, there are no recognizable chunks. Now Susan's trying to remember 24 individual pieces, and she can't do it. An ongoing task, like a game of chess, is handled by a mental function known as working memory at the very front of the brain. The relevant brain cells, or neurons, store any necessary information by forming a network of electrical connections. But these connections die away within seconds, so working memory is limited. It's like a temporary scratch pad that can only store about 7 items of information. That's why the 7 digits of a new phone number are about as much as most people can remember. With constant repetition, information moves from working memory into long-term memory. Working memory lasts only seconds until the electrical connections between neurons die away. But in long-term memory, the repetition of these currents stimulates the neurons to form new and permanent connections. The memorized information is now hardwired and can last a lifetime. Like anyone else, Susan's long-term memory is a storehouse of family faces and lifetime experiences. But now, chess chunks were also indelibly imprinted on her brain. The number of possible games is vastly greater than the number of atoms in the universe. But chess chunks are the order in the chaos. These small but typical formations appear again and again in different games. Most 10-year-olds know only 10,000 words. At the same age, Susan was devoting her childhood to learning 100,000 chess chunks. This process would physically transform her brain.